Chinese brother who actually came up to him and asked him, "Oh Sheikh, what is the ruling? What is the fatwa in this situation where the Muslim is forced to eat?" And so the Sheikh asked him, "Okay, what's the consequences? The consequences of eating, the best case scenario is losing just the job. But then, what else? They also give them infringements. They give them fines and possibility of even going to jail." This is happening today, my dear respected elders and brothers. This reminds me very much of the beginning of Islam. You know, subhanAllah, you know, when you listen to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, but Islam gharib, right? That Islam began as something strange. And towards the end of the hadith, وَسَيَعُودُ غَرِيبًا, and that it will return to becoming strange. Subhanallah, the persecution of just being able to fast in the month of Ramadan is reminding me of those times of the Muslims who began in the beginning, who were persecuted just by saying La ilaha illallah. Just by saying La ilaha illallah. And now we are finding it's happening slowly in different parts of the world today. So number one, my dear respected elders and brothers, number one, we have to make shukr. And we have to make thanks and be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has still given us this freedom here. And we must then utilize this opportunity that we still have to do whatever we can. At the very least, we should make our du'as for all our Muslim brothers and sisters who are facing this persecution all around the world. We have to make du'a, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Just like in how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in that very famous passage in Surah Al-Baqarah when it talks about Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam, O you who believe, we have prescribed fasting upon you, right? That whole passage in Surah Al-Baqarah. And then the next ayah, Allah talks about Ramadan, Shahr Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Qur'an. Allah talks about Ramadan being the month in which the Qur'an was revealed, right? And then at the end of the ayah, Allah says, لَعَلَّهُمْ يَشْكُرُونَ. At the end of the ayah of Siyam, لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. And we know in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, amazingly, in His infinite wisdom and affluence, right? The amazing style of the Quran, there is a link between the beginning of an ayah and the end of an ayah. Just like there is a beginning of a surah with an end of a surah. In fact, the end of a surah continuing to the next surah also has a link. And so what we find in these ayat, with Allah, if we link, Allah says, we understand that the purpose of Siyam is so that we become taqwa. We become aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We become closer to the awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is one of the purposes, the main functions. And then when Allah talks about Shahr Ramadan and the Quran, لَعَلَّهُمْ يَشْكُرُونَ. The end of that ayah ends so that we may become grateful, so that we may understand our position and the honor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us being Muslims, being able, giving that revelation of the Quran. We must become those who are grateful. And then the next ayah asks, سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. Allah Ta'ala said amazingly, He asked, and when He's talking now to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and when they ask you, O Muhammad, about me, Allah then turns immediately to us and He says, إِنِّي قَرِيبٌ, that I am indeed near. أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ, that I will respond immediately to the one who calls me when they call. SubhanAllah, إِذَا دَعَانِ. So in other words, whenever we make the call to Allah, Allah will respond immediately. Right? أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي. So let us respond to Allah, to His call, to His deen, to the way of God that He's shown through Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَلَيُؤْمِنُوا بِهِ. and to believe in Him. What for? لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. So that we may become rightly guided. Now, Rashada is a guidance, a type of guidance, which is to be corrected onto the path of guidance. But we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be guided, to be put on the straight path, to be put on the sirat al-mustaqim. But to become Rashada, to become Rashid, to become corrected, means that we were on the wrong path. And because Allah knows that we are human beings and that we will commit error, that we will slightly move to the left, off to the track at times in our life, when trials hit, when things are going not our way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put us through these trials. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ, that we become of those who Allah corrects and puts on the straight path, to be put and corrected onto that path. In other words, what is the link in this ayah, my dearest brothers and brothers? That there is a connection between dua and becoming corrected. There is a connection between our du'as and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala putting us on the straight path. In other words, if we are lacking in our dua, then we must question where we sit on this path. Our connection with being on the straight path is directly linked to how much dua and how much connection we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the month of dua. We all know there are all those times of dua when a person breaks their fast, and all those times during the day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts the du'as after the salawat, at night, the qiyam, and the tahajjud. These are the times we need to cry to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to seek, number one, our own guidance and the guidance of our own families, to be protected against any of these tyrannical things that are happening around the world, and of course, to make dua and to ask for help for our Muslim brothers and sisters who are being persecuted all around the world. All around the world. What we hear about in China is just what's being reached to us. Who knows what else is happening out there? Make sure to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for ourselves and all the Muslim brothers that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help and nusra and help and His ni'mah and bounties will come upon, especially in this world, and most importantly in the life after. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم وجزاكم الله خير. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all of us. Come of those who are constantly asking Him, who are constantly making dua to Him, who are always in that connection to Him. That there is not a point in our time that we don't remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There shouldn't be a moment in our time that is not a dua that we make to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every single moment, the Prophet has taught us a dua. Every single action there is a dua. Every single minute and every single moment and every single thing there is a dua for. There is nothing the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did not leave us with except with the guidance for and the dua for. So let us utilize it, let us revive the sunnah, let us revive the du'as, let us bring ourselves back closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, together as one ummah, and as we walk together in the groups towards Al-Jannah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakallah khair for attention. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.